This is Dr. Norbert, and
Jamie, hello.
we're coming to you live from the UK Games Expo floor. No funny things now. We're actually here live. I can say that, right?
Yeah, we are here now. Your favorite convention ever, right? I think, officially?
Well, yeah, we are at the UK Games Expo, which is like the closest equivalent that we have to Gen Con / Adepticon, more like Gen Con. And I shouldn't even say close equivalent. I think it's actually getting to be very like it entirely, just so smaller, which is fair. Gen Con's huge. But more importantly, what we have here today is a very special guest who is...
Hi, this is Will Hungerford. I am the...
Yay!
Celebrate for me!
Yeah.
I am the marketing manager over at Atomic Mass Games. I've known Norbert forever. Been in the industry for a long time, but yeah, rocking things over here at AMG now.
Did we know each other before you actually worked for the PP?
It's so long ago. I'm so old now. I don't know that I have that. I think that's when we first met. Was right around 2010 or 2011 when I first got into the industry.
Okay, fine. All right, cool. Yeah, so Will and I go back from the previous game that we used to play. Yeah. Now you're here. Yeah. You used to work for Atomic Mass for a little while and then came back again, right?
Yeah, I joined up last year, helping with supporting retailers with the new Legion starters that were coming out and making sure that stores have what they needed. And then left very briefly, and then they were like, hey, we need a new marketing manager. Would you like to join us? And I was like, absolutely. Because I'm, before I started working at AMG, I've been a player of Legion, of Marvel Crisis Protocol, of Shatterpoint. I love all the games. Plus, I know so many people that work at AMG. They're personal friends of mine who I've worked together with for many, many years. So it was a no-brainer. Yeah. I love the community. I love the games. I love the people in the studio. So it was absolutely like a yes immediately.
Yeah. And you also have experience as a game developer.
Yeah, most of my career has been spent in doing game development and game design, but I've also worked in various marketing aspects of the companies that I've been with. So coming on as a full-time, specifically marketing manager, it's a skill set I've sort of built up over the years, and I'm doing something that's different than my last few years, but still equally rewarding.
Yeah, because you're doing marketing now for a much bigger company with lots of different aspects to it, as opposed to the studio itself that you used to, the kind of environment you used to work in.
Yeah, and it's interesting, not having I'm not responsible for rules or game design, which has been a long time since I did that. So now I get to focus my creativity sheerly on the marketing side and promoting the product and educating people about what's going on. And so that's been really rewarding because it's so different in a way.
All right.
But
go ahead.
I was going to say, but I like jobs that I get to express my creativity, and I'm finally getting to do that in a very different manner. So that's been very cool.
Yeah, excellent. Good for you. So this is your first time to the UK Games Expo?
Yes, I've never come to UKGE ever.
Yeah.
This is my first one, and it reminds me of the UK version of Gen Con.
Yeah.
There are tons of people here. There's demos going on nonstop. There's a huge event hall where all of the games are being played. And you just get to kind of walk between everything, go try a game out, go buy some stuff, buy some exclusives, go play in big events. Everyone here's been super cool.
Yeah.
It's been a very, there's a ton of people here, but everyone's been very chill and everyone's sort of just enjoying themselves. We're all celebrating games together. So I really enjoyed it.
It's also worth mentioning that we're currently sat bang in the middle of one of 8 Asmodee booths. But right now we're surrounded by a bunch of Marvel Alliances demo games happening, all the new models as well. So there's loads of demo games. There's a Shatterpoint demo game happening behind me, Legion and stuff. So yeah.
We're underneath the miniatures zone specifically, where, we've been demoing, like you said, MCP, Shatterpoint, Legion, and then this is the second ever public demonstrations of Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances. We've had 2 tables of that going all weekend. And literally, aside from when our demoers have been on lunch break, the tables have been packed nonstop. It has gotten the most demos of any of the games by far.
Do you have any sense if those people are miniature gamers or board gamers?
Both. So we have existing MCP players who like the game. They're like, hey, I want to check out what you're doing new. And then, much like we were hoping would happen with Alliances, we're seeing people come in who may not want to play miniatures games. They might be intimidated by the concept of having to assemble miniatures and play on a table. And they go, oh, there's a board game. Let me try that board game out. Oh, this is co-op. It's not 1v1 competitive. It's something I can play with my family and my friends. And they're walking away from it really loving the game.
Yeah, we had a really nice moment earlier where someone came over at the GT and there's a bunch of games happening and they were like, oh, what game is this? And I gave them the whole spiel, which we're kind of used to doing now. But I got to be like, oh, but there's this board game coming out, which is a sort of much better introduction to this game. You should try and check that out. And I sent them this way to find that. So that's a really nice kind of way to sell MCP to people now that maybe don't play war games, because they were like, oh, is it 40K? I don't really play those kind of games. So now you can be like, oh, great, check out this board game that's coming.
You know, this is really good for you actually because your past company also had an intro kind of game to miniatures that was like a board game, and you helped develop that. So, as far as marketing now, you have some experience about how that went, and you can use that for this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a lot of really major pluses for this game. I think we've been talking about how it will connect to MCP. I think we will see a large portion of people who will only play alliances. That will be their game. They're more of the board games, which is good because each game in that line is its own standalone game. So if someone doesn't pick up Night of the Goblin, they can pick up the second one, which is X-Men and Sentinels, right? But if they collect all of the board games, they're all mix and match, cross-compatible. So we'll have people that just play it that way. But for the MCP players, they're also getting the unique sculpts that they can use in MCP.
Yeah.
We include the stat cards of the playable characters in every box. So if somebody tries out Alliances and says, oh, I really like this. What's that other game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I've already got 5 characters. I can go take to that game and try and play.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then I also think in terms of something that's going to be new that'll help onboard people, whether they stick to the board game version or transfer over to MCP, is that the miniatures are all push fit, no glue required.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope that really lowers the barrier for people that might feel intimidated by trying miniatures for their sign. It's like, hey, just clip these off the sprue, push them together. You're good to play immediately.
Yeah. It's fantastic. What's your impression of, why are you here, basically? Why did the company send you along?
Well, we're here to connect with the community, to promote all the games we've got. It was really great going over to the event space, watching the GTs, because there's a GT happening right now for Legion, NCP, and Shatterpoint. Getting to come see the more UK-based player base. And then, of course, here to demo Alliances, really show everyone here Alliances for, like I said, the second ever big public showing.
Yeah.
And then also just to connect to other colleagues within Asmodee here at UK, and just connect to other people that are in the business over here, because we don't get to come over internationally as often as I'd personally like. So it's been really nice coming to that.
Yeah. What have you learned here comparative to the US market?
I mean, it's lessons I kind of knew before. Just the way that in the UK, the gaming club structure versus necessarily the traditional retail structure, how a club might end up demoing Alliances and what they might do with that. These are things I had learned in the past, but it's really been reinforced on how the average UK gamer is engaging in their community and how they're playing, and how we can hopefully better serve that in the future. There's a lot of notes to take back from the show to then think about and be like, okay, what can we do to make sure everyone's feeling properly supported? Because every country sort of handles their player base and the way they help people sit down and play games together slightly differently. It's mostly the same, but there's little minor differences that we have to account for.
Yeah. Cool.
That's super interesting. I hadn't thought about that, the kind of game club structure thing. And I guess it's the whole thing with Games Workshop games being over here. It's more of a UK based thing, and they're not so much of a thing in America. So there's, I guess, a bit of a kind of translation thing with that. Making non-GW games big over here is probably an uphill battle.
Yeah. Yeah, in America, we were trying to say that it's way more of if you go play games, you play games typically at a store, right? That's where you go meet, right? You go meet at the store, so you're sort of locked into their hours. You're buying stuff from them. They're being supported by the store, which is great. I know there's some of that over here, but there's a lot of people that it seems like they just go have their own certain spot, right? And it's how do we make sure they have organized play as well? How do we take care of that? Yeah.
So you guys have made Adepticon kind of your home base in the States now.
Yeah.
What do you think about is UK Games Expo going to be like your European hub?
It is hard for me to answer that question. I mean, I love the show and what's going on. I don't think we'll be doing as much as we do kind of anywhere outside of Adepticon for at least a little bit, because at Adepticon we have the big roadmap where we do all the big previews.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons for that is it is easier for us to get a larger quantity of our staff to Adepticon than it is internationally, just in terms of logistics of getting people here. So while at this show, myself and Jeremy were sent here, at Adepticon we can send 12, 15, 18 people, which helps us accommodate larger events. So, could I see UKGE being our base here? Yes. Would it be? Does that mean it's the next Adepticon for us over here? That's very difficult to answer.
Understood. That's fair enough. I mean, yeah, I totally get it about the. Also, they made a commitment at Adepticon not to spoil too much in advance anymore, which I fully support.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine there'd be that much left over to do here, for instance. But the prize wall could happen, provided we start getting.
It was important that we make sure convention exclusives were also the Mephisto is here, right? Which was originally at Adepticon, and making sure there wasn't just Adepticon, that here at UKGE, the UK player base could come in and get their Mephisto. One big thing for Star Wars Legion is the Mandalorians, the Mandalorian Army box, pre-released here at UKGE. UKGE got it before anyone else in the world. It doesn't come out till June 19th. So that was almost a special thing that UKGE only got that no one else.
Yeah, this is lovely. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I'd love to see. You know, I feel like that's good support for us here in Europe. It doesn't have to be exactly what Adepticon has, but just something special that other places don't have.
Oh yeah. I assume you will continue to see that kind of thing. I just don't want to promise like we'll be doing roadmaps and big spoiler presentations because we need Chick and about 10 other people over here to make those happen.
Do you have any other presence, the company that is, any other presence at any other European conventions?
We often go to Spiel as well.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then,
well, for alliances, I'm sure you're going to go there.
Yeah, absolutely. Us personally as AMG, that'll be the big two ones this year is UKGE and Spiel. Then, of course, Asmodee is at name a convention. Asmodee is likely there.
Sure. Okay.
So worth shouting out the Mephisto box as well, because there's a ton here, right? There's a lot of question marks about if they would even be here, and then if they were, how many there would be. There's so many Mephisto boxes everywhere. Everyone that I've spoken to that's come here for MCP and non-MCP games have picked up their Mephisto convention exclusives. That's really cool as well.
Yeah, it was great, and also the way you've done it, which is we've learned that lesson as an industry in the past, where you can sign up ahead of time so that you don't have to queue up for hours at the booth. It's just so much nicer.
Yeah, for anyone listening, the way it worked this year was you basically went to an online ticketing system. And you bought you got your ticket reserved for the day, and you could show up anytime in the hall for that day to get your Mephisto. If you didn't pick it up at the end of the day, then your copy got released.
Yeah,
but it let you when in the morning the crowds come rushing in. It's a big impact of people, but it just made it much more of a casual experience. Come by, pick it up whenever you want to.
All right, let's wrap up talking about what can we do to help you. What kind of information do you need out of the European community to help you do your job better?
I mean, the main thing we want to hear back is from the players of like what are you having difficulties with? Are you able to find things when they come out? How is your organized play? Are you running tournaments? Are you running events? Are you running leagues and you're having trouble getting support? Like, we know many of your great successes, but let us know things that are often stumbling blocks. If you're like, hey, I'm trying to run this event. We have a ton of people that would be interested in it. We could really use this kind of help. You can always reach out to us directly, just marketing@atomicmassgames.com. We'd love to hear your stories. What is both positive and negative? What's working for you? What's a difficulty? And it helps us at least identify problems maybe we weren't aware of. And then we can discuss if there's anything we can do to try to fix them.
I heard that you guys love getting photos of people playing the games or events and stuff like that, and you literally put them up around the office.
So as I was like, when I said like send us a positive too, yes, we're all gamers. We all love these games. And so we like to celebrate in your passion for the game. So if you send us like a big group photo of everyone playing and having a great time, we do love to share that, and it all gets shared around the office constantly. Also, we have remote workers as well, so we make sure online they get to see it. So like we're all together, sort of being like, check out this cool thing that everyone's doing.
Oh yeah. So our recommendation, me and Jamie want you guys to ship Patrick Brown to UK Games Expo next year to sign artwork. Thank you very much.
yeah, confirmed. Yeah, best artist. We need him. We need more Patrick Brown just in the world, really.
I can neither confirm nor deny that will ever happen.
Just putting that seed in the ground there, my friend. Yeah. Anything, Jamie?
You should probably give us a quick rundown of alliances and the plans for that this year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. A quick rundown of what Alliances is. Yeah. If you're listening to this, you're like, what is Alliances? First off, we have an amazing trailer online on our YouTube. You go check.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Find a roadmap articles on atomicmassgames.com to learn more about it. But the quick version is we are coming out with a new cooperative board game for 1 to 4 players. That is Marvel Crisis Protocol Alliances. The first one is Night of the Goblin, where you'll be taking the roles of web-slinging heroes versus the Green Goblin. It has a very arcade beat-em-up style game play where you choose stages and then the boss you want to fight. You fight this endless wave of minions that come after you. You have certain objectives you have to complete. It plays differently than Marvel Crisis Protocol, but it has some of the same DNA. So if you're an MCP player, you'll understand how the dice work. You'll understand the power system. But it's also very approachable. So if you have friends and family that you want to play with your Marvel miniatures with, come check out Alliances. The first release is going to be September 4th, and it should be about $99.99 US when it comes out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a really fair price then. Yeah, nice one.
And all good? Yeah, I'm done. Mining this guy for knowledge. I'm now going to ask him more questions off mic, try and get more knowledge. But yeah, this is really exciting. Thanks for your time. I love being here. Look at this amazing artwork. All the light boxes look amazing. Alliances looks incredible. There's people, MCP players we know behind us getting a demo game right now.
There's demos, like 2 tables.
The demos constantly happening. Yeah, it's great. It's a good place to be. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for your time, Will. We appreciate it.
Yeah.